I didn't believe it for days, bro. I think the day it really hit me was his funeral. That was a hard day. That was a super hard day.
This is happening. So thank you for finding the time. And of all the places to do this interview, we're doing it here in Las Vegas, which is crazy. But no, thank you for making the time to do this.
No, thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
No, you reached out to me and said, would you ever want to do an interview sometime? I'm like, absolutely. I mean, you have a great story to tell, but it's also like you're a fascinating person that I feel like people don't really know a lot about.
No one knows about anything about me.
No. I think people know, obviously, about your father, and that's kind of where it ends. And here we are.
Here we are.
So here we are. And, I mean, just like your father, you love wrestling.
I love wrestling with all my heart. It was my life, man. I watched it every day. And then when I went down to Atlanta to visit, we'd watch wrestling, wrestle in the pool a little bit. I got the diving headbutt done to me.
Did you ever do the diving headbutt?
No. Yeah.
Pools are like a great place to try out wrestling moves, I feel like.
Yeah, no.
So home for you is Edmonton, right?
Yes.
Edmonton, Alberta, Canada.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what do you do there? What's your job there?
I work in the oil field and just working up in Fort McMurray. 2 weeks on, 1 week off, and yeah.
For those people that don't know, like Fort McMurray is like the place to work in the oil fields, and
up in Canada.
Yes,
anyways.
in Canada, you make a lot of money doing it.
You make a lot of money.
So, like, what's the day in, day out of your job there?
I'm just running the rig. So we put big drill pipes down into the ground. That are like 50 feet. Yeah, and I'm up in a little. One of those little crane tower boxes, like 80 feet in the air or something like that.
Is this something you went to school for?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, what did you go to school for?
Engineering.
Where'd you go?
Nate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I got a degree in everything now, so.
What do you need wrestling for then?
I don't, but I love it. It's my life.
Well, it's interesting that we're in Las Vegas right now because, like, this was the place that kind of, I think, made people realize that you were serious about getting into wrestling. You came here for Double or Nothing.
Yes.
A little under a year ago.
Yes.
You posted a photo with Tony Khan. And I think people went, first of all, they went, oh, my God, he looks so much like his dad.
Yes. I get that all the time, man.
Of course. You're, like, a lot taller, though.
Yeah.
How tall are you?
6'2"?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Yeah. I mean, you look just like him.
Yep.
And then I think people went, oh, I think, like, maybe this is a thing now. Like, you could get back into wrestling. So is that the goal now?
That is the goal, to get back into wrestling. When I came here for Double or Nothing, when I was sitting out in that crowd, man, I just got lost in the moment again. Like I was way back, like 2000, when my dad was wrestling still and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
What was it about AEW's product that brought you back in?
The storytelling in the ring. Quality wrestling. That's what I love, man. Great storytelling. Go out there, bust your ass. And then, I don't know.
Yeah. So I know that you were training at least a little bit. You were
Yes.
at Lance Storm's school 5 or 6 years ago?
Yeah.
Was that?
Yeah.
Did you end up graduating from his school?
No.
Okay, so
No.
you were there for a little while.
A little while.
And then you've been training in other places. You mentioned on Fred Rosser, Darren Young's podcast, that you'd been doing some stuff with AEW guys. So who is it that you've been in the ring with?
I've been in the ring with Harry.
He's not technically he's not an AEW guy, but
No, but
second generation
guy, you
Yeah.
know. He knows the business. He's a beast, bro.
Oh, he is.
I love Harry.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
I love Natty too.
But I feel like when we name all the people that you're like connected with, they're all second generation people.
Yeah.
Is that coincidental, do you think?
I think so.
Because it's also Brian Pillman Jr.
Yeah, I met him.
Natty,
Natty,
Harry.
Harry.
Teddy Hart you were
Teddy
talking
Hart.
about? Yeah.
Oh, I love Teddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants me to train with him too, so
What are you waiting for?
I should just move down to Florida already.
I think that's the thing. So, so you've done some training.
Yeah.
The goal is to, I guess, sign with a major company?
Yeah.
Sign with AEW, is that the goal?
That would be the goal, or New Japan.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
want to go to New Japan, bro.
I know there was
I
a...
tried getting in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So what happened?
So hard to get in there, bro. So hard.
Huh.
Hardest place to get into.
Well, maybe once you get some other matches under your belt.
Yeah.
There's no way they're going to say no.
No.
So there was a match you were supposed to have.
Yeah.
6 years ago?
It was me and Chavo versus, I don't even know.
What happened with that?
It got canceled.
It was Jericho that stepped in?
Yeah.
Did Jericho not think that you had the experience enough to do this?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. He was looking out for me, and I appreciate that.
Probably at the time, though, that was probably like, you're probably bummed out.
Well, a little bit, but at the same time, I'm like, I told him I wasn't ready. He wanted me to just get in there and do it.
Yeah.
So Jericho stepped in and dealt with it.
So, and Jericho's someone you're probably the closest with.
Yes.
Have you been friends with Jericho, or has he been friends with your family, I guess your whole life, right?
Yeah, pretty much my whole life, man.
Yeah. And Jericho's someone you speak with frequently?
Yes.
So that's the reason you were at Double or Nothing.
Yes.
It's all coming together here. It all
Yes.
makes sense. So you've been to Double or Nothing,
Yes.
All Out?
Yes.
And were you at other ones?
No.
So those are the two you've been to.
Yeah.
Backstage of them as well?
No, I did All Out Backstage.
Okay.
Yeah, when I met Tony Khan.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then posted the photo with Tony Khan.
Yep.
You were also backstage at a WWE show
Yep.
in Edmonton
Yep.
wearing an AEW sweatshirt.
Yep.
How was that received?
They all thought Chris bought it for me.
Oh, okay. Okay, so they thought it was a rib.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
And then you mentioned on Darren's podcast that you were banned from being
Yes.
backstage at WWE.
Yes.
Is that still a thing?
No.
Okay, so why were you banned?
Going to AEW.
Just going to one of their events.
Yep.
That
Yep. That blows my mind, bro.
wow.
I had to make a few phone calls and
Did someone reach out to you and go, "You're no longer welcome here," or did you ask for tickets and they said sorry?
no, I was trying to talk to someone,
Mm-hmm.
but they never got back to me for a good 4 to 5 months.
Oh, and they would usually get back to you.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
But that's now
That-
fine.
Everything's fine now.
How did this get ironed out?
I talked to their lawyer.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
And then I talked to Mark Carano after.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So you're welcome everywhere now.
Welcome everywhere now. We're good.
Okay.
Problem solved.
Good. I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
When you walk around at these shows, you must get recognized all the time,
Yeah.
just because of how much you look like Chris.
Yeah.
Have you signed merchandise? Have you signed stuff?
I signed the Money in the Bank briefcase.
Really?
Yeah.
I get it. It makes
Up in
sense.
Edmonton.
Wow.
Yeah.
When people see you at Starcast or something like that, or at
Mhm.
Double or Nothing, what's the first thing that most people usually say to you?
You look like your dad.
Okay, that was obvious. What's the thing that most people want to talk to you about the most?
Just come up and say hello to me. That's it. We just talk about wrestling or
Yeah.
talk about my dad, and yeah, that's what they all want to talk about. So
Yeah.
I'm all for that.
And I mean, you're obviously probably the biggest fan of Chris Benoit.
Yes.
And I see on your Instagram, you're watching his matches
Yeah.
all the time.
All the time.
Do you have a favorite Chris Benoit match?
I got so many favorite matches, man. I got Benoit versus Jericho.
Great.
So they got I just watched I just watched those two wrestle in Tokyo.
Wow. Yeah.
That Raw. First Raw ever.
Yeah.
Submission match.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good match.
That was a great match. Look, I don't think your dad ever had a bad match.
No, he took it so serious.
And here's the thing: if you're looking to get into wrestling and you're serious about this, obviously, there's the final days of your father's life, but there's also the pedigree of wrestling that he had, that there's this massive standard that you're going to have to live up to. How do you feel about that?
I can only do me, man. He had his own shoes. I could try to fill them, but I won't. He was the greatest of all time in that ring. My hero, and I can't, bro.
I think, though, when your last name is Benoit,
Yeah.
and you're going to lace him up one day, which is your plan,
Yeah.
people are going to have certain expectations of how you're going to perform in there.
I think they all want me to perform like my dad. Let's be honest.
Of course they will. Yeah. How do you think? I mean, obviously you haven't worked a match yet, but what do you see your style being like?
Like my dad.
Yeah?
Yeah. I like that style, man.
Maybe like with less flying headbutts?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
I like that technical wrestling style. That's what I like.
Harry'd be a great person to learn that from.
Hell yeah. I love Harry.
What you talked about having gear already made?
Yep.
What's the gear look like?
Looks like my dad's.
Yeah?
Yeah.
This is very exciting.
Yeah, I got it. One in white, one in blue.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you've got gear ready to
Gear's ready to go.
All you need is just to get the
ring.
reps there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this needs to happen.
Yeah.
This isn't happening working on the oil rigs.
No. Not making money, so.
You're probably making a lot of money doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if it was AEW that got you back into it, Double or Nothing, being there, seeing the crowd, seeing the matches that got you back into it, were you not watching before that?
No.
Really?
No. I'd watch it for Natty.
Okay.
Or when Chris was on the show back then. But other than that, no. I didn't watch wrestling for a long time, man. I don't know.
I imagine
My love for WWE is just wasn't there. They weren't producing good stuff anymore, and I find the quality was just going down and down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We saw obviously how WWE handled the situation, how they've kind of, erased your father's name from the record books. How were you and your family treated in the months following what happened?
The news, man. The news, just fucking nonstop. Steroids. There that Nancy Grace joke. It was just terrible, man. Like I couldn't even walk around. I didn't even finish school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're what, 15? How old? 14?
14, 15.
Jeez.
Yeah, man. I didn't even finish my finals.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You didn't finish your finals?
No.
So did you not finish high school?
Well, I finished high school.
But just not that year.
Just not that year.
Yeah.
I was in, yeah.
That must have been tough for the perception of everyone else. And this is your father, the man, your hero, the man that you grew up idolizing.
Yeah.
And these people are saying awful things about him.
Yeah, that wasn't him, man. Definitely wasn't him. He would never do that, bro. I know he wouldn't. I think something terribly went wrong. The doctor said he had CTE. So that's what, at the beginning, gave me, somewhat closure. Because of, I don't know. It just made my life a little easier.
Sure.
Didn't have to think about it. He had CTE, and, I don't think it was him, so.
Did you see any signs in the days, weeks, months leading up to that can make you go, my father has this side to him?
What do you mean?
Like, was there any, would he ever snap, or would he ever, was there anything that you could go, I'd seen signs?
No, I didn't see him that much, though. Like, I would see him in the summertime for, 4 weeks, and then Christmas time for 2 weeks, and then, obviously, for WrestleMania.
Sure.
Other than that, didn't get to see him that much, so.
So people need to know that you have a different mother.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. And you were living in Canada at the time?
Yes, I was getting ready to go down, actually.
To Georgia?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like, how soon?
Like maybe right after.
Wow.
Yeah, I talked to my dad Father's Day. That was the last time.
Wow.
We talked for like 2 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was the last conversation you had?
Yeah.
Is there anything specific from that conversation that sticks out for you?
Yeah, we were just laughing and getting ready to make plans for the summer, and I got to say I love you one last time to him, and that was the last time.
I'm sorry if this is too much.
No.
Okay.
Feels good to get it off my chest, bro.
Yeah.
I need this.
You've never spoken about this
I've
before.
never spoken about it. This is the tell-all,
I can only imagine, all of us can only imagine what you've had to go through these last 13 years. With you have this image of who your father was to you.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously wrestling fans have this image of who Chris Benoit was to them.
Yep.
And it's basically a couple of days has completely tarnished
his
legacy and the idea of him.
Yeah. It's terrible, man. It's just terrible. I would like the WWE to remember him, at least for the good times.
Sure.
I want him in the Hall of Fame.
Do you think they'll ever put him in the Hall of Fame?
I think so.
Like soon? I feel like maybe 20 or 30 or 40 years from now.
I don't know. Working on it.
It might also, have something to do with what you end up doing in the ring.
Yeah, it might.
Because, maybe his legacy's been tarnished, but, his legacy lives on through you, which is... Those are big shoes to fill.
Bro, they're huge. Excuse me.
Yeah,
Sorry.
no, of course. They are very big shoes to fill.
Dude, I can't. I have his last pair of tights at home. Have his last pair of boots he ever wore. I have it all. I have the belts.
Yeah.
I have everything, man.
So you're living in Edmonton with your mom?
Yes.
So Chris's first wife?
Yes.
And your sister?
Yes, Megan.
Okay. And no one ever talks about your sister.
My sister is hiding, so.
She's hiding?
Well, doesn't want to be found, but.
Okay.
Whatever. Let her live her life.
And
I think she's becoming a nurse or something too, so.
Okay. Well, good for her.
Yeah.
And you're living your life too.
I'm living my life. I'm happy.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Fuck. I wish he was still around, though.
Of course. What do you think he'd be doing in 2020 if he was still around?
Probably working for AEW or WWE.
Like as a producer?
Yeah, he got offered a producer job, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
In WWE?
Yeah.
In what? Do you know what year that would have been?
2006.
Really?
Yeah.
And he turned it down?
Yeah. I don't know why.
Probably because he was still in the ring.
Yeah. I don't think he was ready to retire yet.
Wow. So they offered him a backstage match producer role.
Yeah.
To kind of say, on
Thank
your
you.
way out.
Yeah.
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 Kind of like what Dean Malenko's doing now.
Yes.
Or, name anybody. Tyson Kidd's doing it now.
Yeah.
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 Hurricane's doing it.
Everyone's doing it.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. I wish he took it. Or just retired. I asked him to retire, too.
You did?
Yeah.
When was that?
2006, when he was off. I think he had surgery or something.
Mm-hmm.
And he came back October for No Mercy in Raleigh, North Carolina. When he fought William Regal.
Were you there?
No. I wish.
So when you say, Dad, I think you should retire, what's he say?
He was thinking about it. I'm pretty sure he was. I wanted him to. Fuck. He did everything, man. He had nothing left to prove. All the boys respected him.
Mm-hmm.
The office respected him. He loved the WWE. He wouldn't take shit from nobody.
And we saw that in the Raw tribute.
Yeah.
Nobody had a bad thing to say about it.
No. I watched that show, too. I cried, man.
I think everyone cried, but I can't imagine what it would be like for you.
I thought it was a joke when I found out.
So where were you
I was
that
in Edmonton.
Okay.
Doing a fundraiser for my sisters that are skating when she was skating back then. And then my mom got a phone call from the RCMP telling her to come down.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how did you find out? Your mom told you?
Yeah.
And then you guys went down to Georgia?
No.
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 Okay. Did your mom go down?
No. My grandfather went down.
Really?
Yeah.
Just, what purpose is it for him to go down? And is that Chris's dad?
Yeah.
Okay.
Michael. Yeah.
So Michael goes down
Yeah.
for what purpose?
He was in control of it. My mom couldn't do it because she had to take care of me and my sister, so
Right.
he was in control of the estate and fucking lawyers, and had 4 of them, bro.
4 lawyers?
Yeah.
Dealing with the estate and
Everything. Waste of money, bro.
So your mom tells you the news.
Yeah.
What's your first reaction?
I punched a cop. I punched him. Punched him right in the chest. I thought it was a joke.
Really?
Yeah, I really did. I really thought it was a joke. I didn't believe it for days, bro. I think the day it really hit me was his funeral. That was a hard day. That was a super hard day. Yeah, I laid him to rest.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
'Cause he was a good man.
No, he was.
And what are the memories that you have of him?
Oh man, we used to travel all the time on the road, and he'd tell me stories, and talk about Eddie and everything, bro. He'd tell me life, tell me what to do, and who to, yes sir, no sir, all that, and just laugh. Me and him got into little arguments once in a blue moon, but it happens.
Do you remember what your first memory of wrestling was?
My first memory of wrestling was going to WCW.
Okay. And how old would you have been?
I think 2 or 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because a lot of guys won't bring their kids when they're super small.
No.
So would you go often?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
I used to go. When WCW was in Orlando, I'd go every day. Every day to Disney World, and that's what I did when I was a child.
Do you remember some of the WCW wrestlers that you saw when you were young?
Hulk Hogan, Macho Man.
Did you have interactions with them?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I met everyone, man. Sting.
Yeah.
Jericho. Eddie. Eddie was a good man too.
Yeah. Do you think that...
Oh, that played a role, bro. I seen it.
Really?
It took a toll on him, man.
Hmm.
When Eddie passed away, that was his best friend, bro. Like, those two were just brothers. Travel together, eat together, work out. Every time they leave the arena, bro, hug and a kiss.
Wow.
And I love you. Every time.
So what specifically changed after Eddie's death?
I think he lost his best friend, man.
Yeah.
His go-to person who he can call and all that.
Right. So what do you make of the people that say the tragedy didn't go down the way that the police say it did? There's all these conspiracy theories out there.
Yeah.
What do you think of it?
The conspiracy theories are just a joke. Kevin Sullivan didn't do anything. We looked into that, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, we had the police look into him, so.
Yeah, I just think that people didn't want to believe that it happened the way that it did.
No, I didn't want to believe it. I thought someone broke into the house or some shit and did it, but apparently there was like a scuffle at the door. That's what I heard.
Oh.
So when he was on the phone or talking to someone, I have no idea what he was doing.
How long do you think it took you for it to sink in and go, that's actually what happened?
It took me 7 months, bro.
Wow. Of doing what?
just sitting there thinking. I thought about it every day. You know, why? Couldn't even leave a note, or could have called me, bro. I would have flew down. You know, I've seen them get into little arguments before. But, you know, I've just, let's go. You know, cool down and let's go to Chili's or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your relationship like with Daniel?
It was incredible, man. I loved that guy. I loved him with all my heart. He was a great kid. You know, definitely did not deserve that, but, you know, he's in a better place now.
He was your little brother, right?
Yeah.
Like, what, 7 years older than
Yep.
him?
Yep.
Yeah. Thank you for being so open about this.
Oh, anything for you, man.
No, and I appreciate you saying that, but I honestly just can't wrap my head around, you know, being
Why?
in that situation in 07,
Yeah.
but now 13 years later having to live through this
Yeah.
the whole time. It can't be any easier now.
It's not easier, but, you know, I can deal with it. I'm more educated about it now. My mom told me some things, and, you know, I got like a police report.
Did you read the police report?
Yeah.
Oh, that must have been so hard.
It was, bro, it's a big one.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a good 300 pages from start to finish.
I don't know if I could bring myself to read something like that.
No, but I read it.
But, I mean, is there also a certain part of you that goes, that was a thing that happened in the past, not even in my past, in my family's past. What, you're 26 now, 27?
Yeah, 27.
27. I'm 27 years old now. That happened 13 years ago. It's time for me to move on. It's time for you to move on as well.
Yeah. I moved on, bro. You know, it happened, it happened. The way it went down is the way it went down, so.
Do you think if your dad wasn't a wrestler, you'd still be interested in wrestling?
Maybe. I don't know. I have no idea, man.
Yeah. I mean, obviously that would play, a big role in this.
Oh, it would be. If he was still around, I probably would be wrestling right now.
There's no question.
No question.
You know who'd be training you?
My dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad wanted to open up a school.
Really?
Yeah.
In Georgia?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, he had T-shirts made and everything. I think he was getting ready to ride off into the sunset.
So you
retire
think
from wrestling?
You think he maybe had how much longer in wrestling? In the ring, I mean.
Maybe like another year. I don't know. I wanted him to retire so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Greatest of all time, man. Should have been in the Hall of Fame, but
There's no question that his wrestling accolades should have him go in the Hall of Fame.
yeah.
There's no question.
Yeah. But I think the tragedy was over.
Do you guys speak about it in your family?
What, Hall of Fame or?
No, about the tragedy?
No.
I guess there's no need to anymore, right?
No, it's over.
Is everything all tied up with that in terms of the estate, the rights to his name and everything like that?
Well, I don't own his name yet.
Isn't that just his name though?
Yeah. I have his middle name. I can legally use it if I wanted to.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
You're David Chris Benoit or Christopher Benoit?
Yeah.
Wow.
I could legally use it. They can't come after me, so.
That's true.
Yeah.
Do you think you'd ever wrestle
Yeah.
as Chris Benoit?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Not as David?
No.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. I think it'd be cool.
Or would you be Chris Benoit Jr.?
Yeah.
This is interesting.
Yeah, man. I got the tights and it says
Your
Benoit
tights? Okay.
with the claw.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wolverine.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you think you'd come out to his music?
Yeah. I've been talking to Our Lady of Peace about it, so.
Really?
Yeah.
Good old Canadian boys.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
I know that song was really special to them.
Yeah.
Is it Rain you're speaking with? Rain Maida, the lead singer?
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're cool with that?
I hope so. Working on it, you know.
Wow. So to put this into motion for you, maybe it's January here in 2020, to put this into motion for you, what do you think are the next steps you need to take if you want to get signed by someone like an AEW?
Well, get in the ring, start training,
Mm-hmm.
and then start having some matches. start wrestling,
Mm-hmm.
get my name out there, build a rep. You know,
You've been working out.
working out.
Yeah.
Yep. Eating clean now.
I don't know if anyone could ever have traps like your dad.
Nope. I
Or
worked out
build.
with him once.
Okay. What was your workout like with Chris Benoit?
Hell. He made me do 200 squats for a pre-workout.
Like air squats?
Just squats, bro.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Not with weights on your shoulder.
No.
Okay, then what happened after that?
Started lifting weights. 5 sets of 20.
Okay.
And he did 500 like nothing, bro.
He's a beast.
Dude, he'd do 500 when he was right before he goes out to the ring.
Really?
Yeah.
Like he would lift weights before he'd go out to the ring?
Yeah, he'd do his squats
Oh, he'd do 500 squats? Wow.
before he goes out to the ring.
Wow. When was the last time that you lived with him? Like how old were you?
15.
Oh, okay. No, I meant like living like full time with him.
Full time?
Yeah.
When I was young, bro.
Like really young?
2000?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That was the last time I was living with him full time.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'd travel back and forth.
That's a long commute.
It is.
Yeah. Canada to the U.S.
Yep.
Every single time.
Yeah.
With WWE basically kind of erasing his legacy.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think his legacy should be?
Remember him for his in-ring work and, just a guy. He was so kind to everyone, man. He'd hold the door for an old lady or, he'd do anything for the WWE. He was the go-to guy. He trained MVP. MVP was over at the house.
Wow.
Yeah.
So all of this, and then just, you think it was the CTE? Like I think the study of his brain said his brain was like an 88-year-old.
Yeah, he had a brain of an 88-year-old with Alzheimer's.
And you think that was it?
It could be, yep. I do. I truly do think so. Blows my mind, man. Of all the chair shots he took. Not protecting himself.
Yeah. Chair shots, you think flying headbutt had anything to do with it? I guess he was mostly landing on his hands for that.
Yeah, sometimes he would hit. I seen him hit Regal with his own head. Dude, like just a machine. Especially when those two wrestled.
Oh, yeah. Outside of Eddie, who else were his favorites to work?
Jericho, Rey Mysterio, Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar.
You're just listing all the greats. It's amazing.
Hurricane.
Yeah.
Yeah, he enjoyed working Hurricane. Chavo. Edge. Those two were good buddies.
I know that as you're starting to look into wrestling as a career for yourself, what kind of advice has Jericho given you? Because he's been like a mentor to you.
Yeah, he's my man. He's my best friend, bro. Best friend in business.
He's such a good guy.
I respect him so much.
It's hard not to respect Chris Jericho. Well, so what kind of advice has he been giving you as a mentor?
Just don't take shit from anyone.
Okay.
Make sure the promoter pays you and flies you in and take care of your hotel and all that stuff. Food. All that good advice,
I mean, for as exciting as it is
Mm-hmm.
that David Chris Benoit is looking to get into a ring, there's also going to be detractors as well
Mm-hmm.
that think you have no place in this ring because of the tragedy with your dad.
Mm-hmm.
You probably have been dealing with this for a while though.
Yep, I have. Every day.
You have haters every day?
Yeah. If you go on Instagram Live or on Twitter, you'll see it.
Man.
Yeah, your dad's a murderer. Or I delete comments on my pictures sometimes, and it's ridiculous, bro.
Why do people do that?
I don't know. Just to get their fucking 2 cents in, make them feel special.
Does it affect you at all?
No, I don't care.
Probably did at one point.
It did at one point, but not anymore, bro.
Like, what's it like being 14, 15 years old and having to go back to school?
That was something.
What was the reaction from the other kids at that point?
Well, I had 2 months off, right? It was summertime, so
That's only 2 months, though.
it kind of made it easier. No one really asked me, or, everyone was cool, so showed me respect, and
Really?
yeah.
There wasn't like,
No,
some jackass kid that was...
no.
I guess when you're Chris Benoit's kid, no one wants to mess with you.
Nope.
Did you ever get in fights when you were younger because of what your dad did?
No,
People like, oh, you think you're a tough guy? Like, show me what you got.
no.
Okay.
I never fought I almost fought the gym teacher once, but he was being a jackass, so.
What happened?
He was just being a smartass, bro, and I told him off. I said, "You want to fight? Let's go then, motherfucker."
Wow.
Yeah.
Then what happened?
And then I got sent to the office.
Did you get suspended?
No.
What? You can pick a fight with your teacher and not get suspended?
Yeah.
It's all the kids listening out there. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
But show your teachers respect, though.
Is there a certain piece of advice or like anything your father said that still like sticks with you now to this day?
Don't take shit from anyone. That's what he left. Good advice.
Which is also seemingly the way that he lived as well.
Yeah, he did.
Mhm.
Wouldn't take shit from anyone.
Mhm.
If you showed the boys disrespect, you'd hear about it from him. He'd make you do something. He made some young kid do 1,000 squats, bro.
For what?
Disrespecting Shawn Michaels.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
So what kind of moments growing up, with your father being in WWE, what kind of moments did you have backstage in WWE?
I had so many moments, bro. They had this thing called Magic, or all the props department.
Okay.
So I'd go hang out there with, what's his name, Mike, I believe.
Uh-huh.
We'd just have fun. He'd show me the Austin 316 gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bang?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
They had everything in there, bro. Brass knuckles, security sticks, kendo sticks.
Nice.
Yeah.
Who would you say was your, like as a kid, who was your wrestling, like who was the wrestler that was your friend? When you'd go to shows, you'd be like, I can't wait to see so-and-so.
I'd hang out with Paul London,
Okay.
Matt Hardy, Hurricane, Edge, Big Show. Everyone, man. Everyone was just family. Every time I went to WWE, I'd give Stephanie McMahon a hug. Every time.
I've heard such great things about Steph.
I love Stephanie. She's an incredible woman.
And a great businesswoman, too.
Oh, 100%.
So who were some of the... actually, I want to ask you what your favorite match is that doesn't involve your father.
My favorite match? I'd say Eddie and Kurt Angle.
Okay. Great match.
Incredible match.
Wow. What about... Do you have a favorite match from the last 10 years?
I would say Natalia versus oh fuck, what was her name? I don't remember now, bro. Shit. I don't know, man.
We can insert anyone's name that we want there. Natalia
Yeah.
has great matches with everybody.
Incredible.
Yeah.
I love her. She's the best.
There was talk for a while of them making a film
Yes.
called The Crippler, I think.
Yes.
And it was, I think in 2016, there was talk of it going into production. There was a director attached to
There
this.
was a director, everything, bro.
Yeah, what happened?
I had to step in because they wanted to do the tragedy and how it all went down. So we said no.
Oh, they weren't making this with your permission before?
No, they needed our permission,
Okay.
but she sent us the script, and then the end was the whole murder/suicide was going to be all in it, and then we said no. So
How did it get to the point though where they're announcing this? This was on, this is all over the internet.
I have no
How can you
idea.
attach a director to a movie that's not, getting greenlit?
I have no idea.
So you guys basically shut it down.
Yep.
Your family did.
Yep.
Okay.
Got a lawyer, and
So that movie will not be made.
nope, no movie.
What about, do you think that maybe a documentary about your father could be made?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that shows things in a different light, perhaps.
Oh yeah, videos, man. Like I have so many home videos of him just goofing around, or me being stupid, or
You should put some of that out there.
I should.
People would be really interested to see that.
Yeah.
Do you speak with Chris Nowitzki?
No.
Were you speaking with him?
I know he took money from WWE.
For what? To not say it was CTE?
I'm not sure, but I know he took money from them, so.
I mean, he was the one who studied your dad's brain, right?
Yep. He shined the light on it, and then my dad changed all sports, if you think about it.
That is true.
If you really think about it.
Yeah.
He changed all the sports.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why you don't see that much fighting in hockey anymore.
I mean, that's certainly why there's the concussion protocol they have in most sports.
Yep.
That's why they have the helmet rules that they have, and it's certainly the contact rules in the NFL.
The NFL got sued out the ass for that.
Yeah. I mean, CTE wasn't really even...
Wasn't even a thing back then.
Yeah, it wasn't a thing people talked about.
No. My dad changed all the sports, if you think about it.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's maybe one good thing that can come out of that.
Yeah. No, definitely.
You know what? All sports are taking care of their athletes now better.
Mm-hmm.
Better equipment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all for that.
So what do you do when you're not working or watching wrestling?
I like to go hang out, play video games,
What's your video game?
Call of Duty.
I just interviewed Vampiro, and he said the same thing.
Good old Call of Duty.
All right.
Yeah. Or Grand Theft Auto.
Mm-hmm. GTA is so good.
It's so good.
So good.
When it wants to be.
When it wants to be.
Well, yeah, it's glitchy and shit, so I'm not playing it right now, so.
No. And your hockey team?
Edmonton Oilers.
Okay.
Yep.
Is hockey your favorite sport?
Yeah, I enjoy it.
If you move to America, you probably won't watch hockey as much.
No.
I loved hockey, and I moved here 10 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and now hockey's like my third.
What do you watch, NFL?
Football. Because everyone watches it.
Mm-hmm.
It brings people together.
It does.
What are you doing on Sunday? You're watching the game.
Yep.
That's just what people do.
Yeah, my dad would watch college football, too.
Okay. Do you have a team?
It was Texas.
What about for the NFL?
I think he liked the Vikings.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess that'd be, by proximity, maybe the closest to Edmonton.
Yeah.
I think it is, right?
Yeah, or the Falcons.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
When he was down there.
Do you think that WWE should honor Nancy in any way?
She had her own career, bro.
Yeah.
If they want to throw her in the Hall of Fame, go for it. I'll be there. I'll be there for that. She's an incredible woman, man. I loved her with all my heart. She made me laugh. We hung out and told me stories, and
Mm-hmm.
I think when Sensational Sherry passed away, that was hard for her too.
Mm.
Those two were close too.
If your dad goes in the Hall of Fame, do you think you're the one who would give the speech?
Yes, 100%.
Have you thought about what you might say?
No, I pictured the moment though, when that music hits and whoo, goosebumps, bro, goosebumps, bro. Every time I hear that theme song, bro, you knew you were getting a fucking 5-star match.
Yeah.
Every time, bro. He would shake the ring crew's hands. That's what I did every time I went to the show, and I still do to this day.
Yeah.
I go say hello to them.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he's certainly not, he didn't just impart in you, don't take shit from anyone, but
No, but treat everyone.
Great amount of respect.
Great amount of respect.
Yeah,
bro.
but I mean, the amount of respect you've shown me, I'm very grateful for. But the amount of respect you've shown everyone,
Mm-hmm.
I think, is really impressive, and shows the type of upbringing that you had.
Yep. Hey, without them, there would be no WWE.
Mm-hmm.
There would be no show.
Mm-hmm.
So I thank the ring crew every time. So camera crew, you know, the guys that do the pyro, music, you know, I thank them all.
Well, I want to thank you.
Hands.
I want to thank you for making this happen.
I wanted to do this.
And I really appreciate you speaking so openly. Obviously, you know, some parts probably were difficult to talk about.
It definitely was.
How can people find you online?
You can find me on Instagram at David Benoit. I think 1.
David Benoit 1, right?
And then the real David Benoit on Twitter. That's about it. I'm mostly on Instagram though, so I really don't play on Twitter that much.
What do you want people to know about you?
I don't know, man. Fuck, I love wrestling, and, you know, I don't know. My favorite color is blue. You know, I got my dad retired a pair of tights. He signed them for me. Right after. It was the Elimination Chamber. Those tights. I have those framed up. It says Love Dad.
Wow.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah, that's powerful.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you.
Well, thank you.
It's been great. You're a great guy. I've heard nothing but amazing things about you from everyone that's interacted with you, and you know, it couldn't be more true. You're a stand-up guy. You're respectful. You're smart. You know the business, and I'm so excited to see what happens for you in the business.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Because, you know, you can write your own ticket. You know, the world's your oyster as long as you put that hard work in.
Yep.
And, you know, obviously your dad had an incredible work ethic, which he's passed along to you. So now it's time to step in the ring, man.
Yeah, squared circle. Here we go. 2020.
Okay. There it is.
2020. Sometime this year, hopefully. I'll be in the ring.
All right, brother.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, there you go. What an interesting chat with David Benoit. Thank you so much for checking this out. If you don't already, please click subscribe so you don't miss out on more videos like this one. How excited are you to see David Benoit in the ring, right? I'm so grateful for the opportunity to chat with him and the fact that he opened up and was just so open and honest about everything that we talked about. And yes, this is the beautiful view of Vegas. You can kind of see it there. It's nighttime now as I'm recording this video, but yes. And you can also see me. See, there's the back of me and holding a camera here. There we go. So obviously his father had an incredible legacy in the ring. David has very big shoes / boots to fill, which we talked about during the interview. He has the drive and the will and the desire to make this thing happen. So I'm very interested to see what happens from there. Thank you so much for checking this out. I didn't know what to expect going into this interview. I know you probably didn't expect it either. So drop a comment below. Let me know what you thought of this one. And I mean, it's dark here in Vegas, but the night's just beginning. So I'm going to go do some like Las Vegas things here. So I'm going to end this video, but thank you so much for watching. And I got another good Vegas interview coming up soon. Out of nowhere, Vampiro reached out to me and said, hey, if you're going to be in Vegas, let's do an interview. So boom, that's the next one. Check that out in just a few days. All right? Vegas, baby.